Okwanchefo panyini a oda Empire Agri Ghana no Nana Kwaku Agyemang de adesrɛdeɛ de ato aban anim senti no onhye mmra a wombetumi anam so ama wodua tampe wɔ ɔman Ghana mu hanom sɛ de bɛyɛ betumi aboa na ɛyɛ efi adokoro ɔman Ghana wɔ yensuwa ano no wobetumi esi ano kwan wɔn nsɛntwɛfo nhyiamudi ɛkɔɔ so wɔ nkran no Nana Kwaku Agyemang de to etwa senti no ɛwɔ mu sɛ wɔn fiempim aduonu ne aduonu emu no wɔhyɛ mmara senti wabrantampe wɔ man Ghana mu nanso no ɔsrɛ aban sɛ ɔnsansa n'akyi na nkɔfa saa mmara no mbra sɛ de bɛyɛ a ebetumi aboa ekuafo ama wɔn agye ɛyɛ tumi krataa obetumi aboa na wadua ɛyɛ ntampe wɔ ɔman no emu ɔkɔso akyire mu senti no ewu mu sɛ ɔman no ɛkɔ ahunyenye mu ɛfa ɛyɛ fango ɛne ɛfa mecha yɛfom agudie tuo no ɛne ɛho ensɛm nkra European Union no wɔn ayɛ wadwene sɛ wɔde tabo ɛbɛto Ghana yɛkoko ɛso sɛ kɔba na saa dia na ɛsɛ de ɔhaw ɛne brɛ ɔman no nti ɔdade sɛdeɛ ɛde ato aban ne mu senti no ɔnhu ɛyɛ ntampefo no ɛmɔbɔ na ɔmo kwan sɛ ɔmo betumi adua ne dodoɔ ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu hanom sɛ Nana Kwaku Agyemang de to etwa ɛsɛ ɛyɛ ntampe a ɔbɔ ɛho edewre ebetumi aboa paa sɛ ɛbɛba bɛyɛ duro na asa yareɛ bi te sɛ etware entehyewa etipaye ɛne afoforo aka.
We would plead to the government at this stage to ensure that amidst all the other challenges that they have, that they take this one very seriously and that they look to expedite it very quickly, because we call it a hempvolution, because that's what's going to happen. It's akin to the Industrial Revolution that took place many, many decades ago. This is going to change the living standards and the lifestyles of Ghanaians from the village of Zini right the way down to Nzelezu. So we don't have to get this wrong. We believe that there have been challenges in the oil and gas sector. Ghana has become the loser. There has been challenges in the mining of precious minerals, especially gold and diamond too, which we don't hear a lot about. Ghana, once again, has been the loser. There has been issues about bauxites, and we've sold that off cheaply and conveniently to other expatriates, and once again Ghana has become the loser. And now we hear on the issue of cocoa that the EU is saying that they are likely to ban Ghana imports of cocoa to the EU, and the Chinese have taken up the mantle and they have started to cultivate cocoa. But the crux and the irony of the whole thing is that the EU are saying that they're thinking of banning us because of galamsey, and then on the other hand the kings and queens of galamsey are now growing cocoa. So once again Ghana has lost. We say at HAG that Ghana mustn't lose with regards to this. Ghana mustn't lose with regards to the cultivation, the export and the processing, manufacturing of cannabis sativa L, which is industrial hemp. Ghana mustn't be the loser.
Okoso editu edwa senti no se mra no yehwe na se yema no eye adwuma e wo man Ghana mu anu se ya omone forestry commission no na ebeka won ho ebomu se de be ya ombetumi eduadua ntampe ne bebre e wo Ghana yensuwa no ano.
Why do you want to minimize people smoking cannabis anyway? You see, and so that opens up a whole new discussion, which I don't think, to be honest with you, you are ready for yet. You're not ready for it. Ghanaians ain't ready for it in general. The media, you're not ready for it at all. You're not, because you are guided by perceptions that have been manufactured by the West, where the West have demonized it and we have picked it up. In our own culture, in our own language, we will say Bonsumtawa. How? How can we say that? Is it not a green plant that we saw growing there? Is it not something that God has provided there? We are saying Bonsumtawa. But we don't say these things about alcohol, which many a medical practitioner can say that the consumption of alcohol in large quantities has an effect on the mind. Quite clearly, we all know this. You can't see, you can't stand, you're wobbling, your speech is slurred, etc., etc., etc. But is that the same for the consumption of cannabis? Is it the same? And why is it we can allow adults to decide if they will consume alcohol, but not allow the same adults to decide if they will consume cannabis? So in terms of the environment, because I want to focus on that, because we know there's going to be economic benefits. Yeah, and we know also that medicinally it's also good for a number of issues. Let's say autism, epilepsy, asthma. It's a painkiller. It's anti-inflammatory. So we know all these things. But what I think is we don't pay enough interest to the environment, and we certainly don't know that the cultivation of hemp can lead us to the reclamation of lands that have been poisoned very, very long time ago by people who were mining for gold. And so I want to look at that, because lots of our land has been rendered useless, cannot be used again, and we challenge that. We say that's not true. We say that once we get a license, if we can talk to the Forestry Commission and they can work alongside us, then all the lands that have been intoxicated with poison, we can help the Forestry Commission and the government of Ghana reclaim all those lands by doing one simple thing: the cultivation of Cannabis sativa L, industrial hemp. And once we start cultivating cannabis on those lands, over a period of time, you will see that we begin to reclaim the land once again. The farmers who were dispossessed of those lands for peanuts can now go back on those lands and start cultivating food crops that we need to not only feed ourselves, but to even feed our neighbours, and in some cases the rest of the world.